Shalom and welcome to my channel. I'm a mom of 4 living in Israel. We live in a pretty small apartment, 85 square meters, which is about 900 square feet. So I have to keep the house as decluttered as possible. So over the last almost 10 years, I've learned some simple habits to keep the house calm and as clutter-free as possible, and I wanted to share them with you today. The 10-minute tidy up timer. So I don't know if you have done this before and used a timer, but it works great with kids also to see a timer, a 3-minute timer, let's try to tidy. But I especially like to do this Saturday night after the Shabbat. The house is pretty messy. There's the kitchen and the living room. So me and my husband set a timer for 10 or 15 minutes where we're both working to tidy the house. Let's say the kids are already sleeping. And we love this. This way we don't feel like we're spending our whole lives cleaning. It's just a 10-15 minute timer and we're working together and it feels great. So we love using this timer system for our weekend reset, but you could really use this 10-minute, 15-minute timer. I'm gonna tidy, I'm gonna clean what I can, and then when the timer's finished, it's over. You did your best in the time. The next one took me a few years to learn, and this one is critical. To have an area in your house that has a donate area where you put things that the kids have outgrown or you need to give away. So over time, every time you see some item that needs to be given away, you just put it in the donate basket. Also, you could put things that need to go to a specific person. Let's say we have to give back something to my sister-in-law, so we have a donate bag, a bag that goes to the sister-in-law, and this helps me make sure that I have an area of things going out of the house instead of only things coming in all the time. This one works great with toys, and that is to have a box, a reset box with misplaced items. Over time, there's some items from a certain toy or a certain game. All the missed items go in this box, and then once a week, once every 2 weeks, once a month, we'll go through this box, put everything back in its place, or give them some things away from this box. So you kind of have an area allocated for all the mismatched items from the toys that you're not sure where it goes or will take too much time to put away. And then when you decide, you start putting things back in their place. We also have this system for socks, and that is if there's misplaced socks or socks that I can't find their pair, I don't work too hard to find the pair. I just have a box, I put all the socks, and then once a week, once every 2 weeks, my daughter likes doing it. Sometimes if my mother comes, she'll do it. These everything boxes that you just place everything in and then you go through it works great. A super popular minimalist rule is 1 in, 1 out. If you buy something new, you're gonna wanna take something from the same category and take it out of your house. I like to do actually 1 out, 1 in. Like if I have something that's a little bit broken, I personally prefer to get rid of it before I get the new one, but my husband prefers to keep it. We had this pot where the handles were broken and it was very hard to use to make pasta. So I said to my husband, let's get rid of it and then we'll get a new pot. And he said, maybe we should hold on to this pot until we get a new one. Or we had these headphones that were kind of broken and we got new ones. So not to keep on to the old ones and put them in some drawer, maybe when we need it. No, you get 1 in and the sort of broken headphones are out. When we first have a home, we kind of know that cleaning is something that needs to be done regularly. And it takes time to realize that also decluttering and organizing is something that needs to be done periodically. I realize this, the less stuff I have, the more organized I am, the much easier it is to tidy the house and to be organized. And it's so gratifying. It's something that my mom comes to help me do. Twice a year we go through the clothes, winter and summer, switch over, and every time she comes we also do the toys. And I find that every time that we declutter the toys, the kids are just so much happier with their toys. They're playing with their toys more because it's less of a mess. Aside from these 2 times a year where we do the clothes, we also have a few times a year where we do just general organizing. We'll take a certain area, and it is super gratifying and just really helps the home stay calm. So when you think of cleaning your home regularly, also think of decluttering regularly. Have some sort of system. Maybe someone helps you do it. Maybe you do it by yourself or with your husband. Our kids' artwork system. So kids in Israel, probably in other countries also, they come home with a lot of artwork that they do around the holidays or just general coloring and artwork. And you can't hold on to everything. So we have this system where, of course, we go through everything that they did, we present it, we show it, we admire it, and then they pick 1 or 2 that they want to display, and the others I'll put on the side for a few days just in case they want to get to it, and then I'll toss them. And there's a lot of jokes about this on Facebook mom groups in Israel, how the kid will see one of their artwork in the garbage and there'll be a whole tantrum over this. So I try to avoid that, but at the same time I don't want to save all their artwork that they're doing. So they pick one that they like, we display it, the rest is saved aside and then tossed. And then when they come in with new ones, so we replace the ones that are displayed. Next one has to do with dinner. Now in Israel, dinner is pretty simple. You're talking, it's a dairy meal. The meat meal is in the lunchtime where they have it in school. So it's really, should be a really simple thing, you know, some cheese, omelets. But we noticed that when the kids didn't know what they were eating, it caused a lot of stress and they didn't know what was coming. And then we had some arguing about what to eat. Every kid wanted something else. So we made a chart of food, and 3 out of the 5 days are pasta. They just love pasta. We're in pasta phase now, but just having it on a schedule, organized, and sort of like a theme night. Like we know Tuesday, I will make the homemade pizza, and we have pasta on these days. And Friday we order falafel, so they know that's falafel. So you're creating like family traditions. This food calendar really caused a calmer environment for us. We know what to make, and for the kids, they know what they're going to be eating. Choose calm over perfect. So I know some moms have a problem with this when they see their kids playing and making a mess. I'm less of a perfectionist, so this is actually not that hard for me. But you want your kids to be in an environment where they're experimenting and coloring. I'm not talking about paint all over the house, but you want them to be able to color and to feel free and not to always be thinking about the next thing I need to clean, but to let them play, let them do their thing. That is much more important, in my opinion, than having a spotless, clean home. That is what they're going to remember, not how clean the home was, but how happy and calm it was and how they were able to do things that they wanted and to experiment and to feel comfortable in their home. So those were my 8 habits to having a calm and decluttered home. I would love to know if you do any of these, or if you have any other ideas how to keep a super calm and decluttered home as much as possible with kiddos. Hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please give it a thumbs up. I hope to see you in my next video. Shalom!